Oops, I'm almost.
I'm gonna be over here.
There you go.
Thank you guys.
Hey, my friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Muchas gracias. Peace to everybody who came. Thank you so much for coming. This is the second event that we've done like this. And what we do is that we try to incorporate la gente del barrio, lo artista, more likely musicians and poets to come out and to help out and to draw a crowd. Ultimately, lo que estamos haciendo is that we're trying to raise funding in our own particular special type of way. We have some t-shirts and some very delicious food. And in the back, we have some books on yoga for anybody who's interested in yoga, the spiritual path of enlightenment as put forth by the most honorable Buddha. They are there. So we have some other people performing. Josh Jupiter would do some spoken word, and I think Sean Walker and another artist is coming. You guys just heard one track, Los Bomberos de la Calles, and I'm eager to hear some more. So I'll just step to the side and I'll say a few words again. Gilbert, I also want you to come up here and speak.
Yep.
Also because he ran for state rep. And he ran as an artist, not a politician, which was something which is kind of revolutionary. So, we are artists, and we're trying to remain true and to the integrity aspect of what we do. So, with the help of all you people, we can continue doing this. Okay? Thank you guys.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hola, 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 hola de la mar. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua.
North Philly, my birth, my place, my time. Like, where are we? Where are we?
North Philly.
Yeah, space and time. Space and time. Thank you to my man, Dan, from Isaac Hurt, to represent this. This is for the North Philadelphian Puerto Ricans, righteous. All right. An expression. symbols along the floors. Black-faced angels following symbols along the floors. Black-faced angels following symbols along the floors. Black-faced angels following symbols along the floors. Floors and walls, praise the Lord. 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 Black-faced angels following symbols along the floors. Black-faced angels following symbols along the floors. Floors and walls, praise the Lord. Floors and walls, praise the Lord. Black-faced angels following symbols along the floor.
Jupiter, of course, from North Philly. Been a Philadelphia resident all my life. Before I do the performance, I would like to say, shout out to my brother in prison, free M. Spartan, free my brother Tim Diggs. You know what I mean?
Free Diggs!
Free Mel!
Most definitely,
Free Mel!
If they wasn't locked up at this moment, they would be here with me. So I'm right here. I'm just speaking on behalf of the rest of my family, and I hope y'all enjoy.
Turn on the light.
Turn on the light.
No, that one.
Oh.
The light to be the paranormal. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. We be the paranormal. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. Yo, compared to Burt Lee, had no less than 35 heads and automatic weapons pumping out lead. Equals unlimited bloodshed. You wanted to act tripe, have swords and axes. Compare them pokers and butcher knives, shit get hype. I wrote the block and stick a bomb in your car. Catch you and your crew right in front of the bar. Take your remains back and the fuck up and toss your ashes in the reservoir. You ain't hard, y'all ain't nothing but a cloud of bitches that's talking shit but now laying in the bunch of stitches. Too late for your block is already buried up in the dark ditches. I ain't firm, I give you niggas motherfucking raw. Ain't no more DOPs, but I still rock these infinite wars. You get torn, coming with that fake shit. I shake shit, grab a cat and fucking break shit. And known to grab my Desert E with a tight grip. And won't stop squeezing until your fucking cat split, making your body do backflips. I don't give a shit, 9 millions equipped with 9 clips. Making you changing your crew and your whole strip. We be the paranormal. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. We be the paranormal. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. It was 12 o'clock. Victim walking through Philly's lot. Got shot by that twin block. Body in parking lot. Somebody heard the screams and called the cops. They came around, gathered evidence, collected props. 2 blocks down, lady getting robbed in broad day. With that AK, they don't give a fuck. They grabbed the purse and ran away. Now that lady ain't got nothing to eat or survive. Cause that money's for electric bill and keep a job. My heart's robbed to see cats come down to this. Things is fucked up, so I tighten my fist, right up my wrist, load up my clip. Because today Josh is outside, housing the strip. I don't give a shit. Most of y'all cats, y'all wanna act like fiends. Man, smoking on nicotine, drinking on gasoline, trying to take people cream. So Josh got up in between and hit you with that guillotine and ruptured your spleen. Man, hit you with them triple red dots. Now your block clean. We be the paranormal. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. We be the paranormals. We walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. They're known to crush an MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. Yo, cats coming out with the same rhymes, with the same lines. End up fucking stepping on landlines. Thinking they can take me with one rhyme that only took up most of their time. And most of the times that shit is garbage. I hope you finish, cause my shit ain't even started. Freestyle rap artists known to smash you regardless, son. You couldn't spark with gasoline in the lighter and set the crowd on fire. You retired, the shit expired. You see my face is round as we're going through this block and said that you was the saliva, that you's a motherfucking liar. We be the paranormal. You walk the streets like the average cats with mutant attacks. Then only crush your MC and leave them on their back flat. These MCs can't rap. These motherfuckers best to come back with a brand new act. Josh Trooper, everybody. Josh Trooper, the 3M. Thank you, Gilbert Gonzalez. Thank you, Israel Morales.
Okay. We strive for perfection in the spirit of which that is love. That's the purpose of our creation, to testify God's perfect end, even if mankind buys through His grace. In that spirit mission, there is no contradiction between Alpha and Omega. Only contradiction is the sin of doing something for God, being without love, or being in love with but without God's presence, like the love of money. Loving the gift more than the giver is a major contradiction. Acting in the power of God in spirit, love and spirit is not a contradiction at all, but a mission of responsibility for every godly man. While we try to perfect our imperfections in the ways of man, so we devise plans to traverse throughout, running from what makes us unique. Trying to be stand-ins instead of trying to be stand-ins, but we're standouts, but we fit in. The men want to be bosses, but not want to do the work. Demanding leadership without penmanship. Searching for something deeper when we're already there. That's that.
Nice.
This is called Red Strings. Do you feel them? The blood red strings of my heart reaching out to you, entangling your fingers and creeping their way up your arms. Do you feel them as they wrap around your neck? Can you not tell when your face is blue and your fingers have gone numb? Is it only me who hears the static grow louder? Only me whose heart is so loud in my ears that logic has no place in my mind anymore? When it comes to my feelings, is your sight suddenly shrouded in darkness, or are they so minuscule they don't even matter anymore? Do you know how hard it is to cut the strings when they come every day by the 100,000, by the million? The red strings of my heart cry out to you, and I cannot stop them. Sometimes I can't fathom my own emotion, and trying to decode yours is an unsolvable riddle I wish someone had gave me the cheat code for. From the outside, your strings don't entangle anyone because you snip them so fast and pull them out by the roots. I don't know if you see it differently. Do your strings entangle someone in particular? Do your strings yearn for me like mine yearn for you? Can I not feel your strings like you cannot feel mine? Or is thinking your strings could possibly want me a symptom of my strings clouding my vision as they drown both of us in their desire?
Wow. Whoa. You gonna do something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote this piece a long time ago, and I kind of present it in different places, mainly in places where people has been affected by gun violence and murder. So it's basically like a dialogue between my brother and I. My brother was murdered in 2012. So it's called My Pain. 6 years ago at 11:30 p.m., January 9th, 2012, my brother was shot protecting my nephew. He laid on the operating table as the doctors tried to save his life, but he didn't make it. They murdered him. They took his life on January 10th, 2012. Rest in peace, Alexander Martinez. Alexander Martinez. The last moments of my life, I drifted on the waves of the high hurricane. I was different from ordinary people. I was me. So the heirs of my memory are worth more than any bullet. So hold them tight and spend it wisely with words of love and peace. Shape the clay of me into the pot and fill it with the emptiness of my brother's killer. Fill the emptiness with my brother's killer's heart and fill it with love so he won't kill again. Me, live life with purpose. Alexander Martinez. I didn't know I was going to die that night. They shot me. That night, they robbed me of my life. If they could have just given me one more night, I could have at least said goodbye to my family. Why did I have to die that way? Me. I'm sorry we don't get to choose how we die, but what I can say is that through this tragedy, awareness of gun violence are heard through the hours of marching, peace rallies, and countless nights of hours of praying for the entire city. The fight is not over, little brother. Justice will be served. Alexander Martinez. Did they hear my cry when they shot me in my stomach for something not worth a life? Did they know later that night my mother and father would soon have to see me laying on the cold table in the cold room, and they had to identify me, while the rest of my family cried and prayed, some in shock in the long hallways of the hospital. Me, the body on the table, the one you shot, the one you murdered. Me. I wondered if your face would flash while they sleep as a reminder of who they killed. I wonder if their hearts could ever heal from the wounds of their childhood or the life that made them kill. I miss you, little brother. Alexander Martinez. I used to sit in my room thinking and worrying about being accepted in society because I was a gay man. Anxiety set in and my mind started to stray away from the world. Then I finally came out. And still my family loved me unconditionally. That was the least of my worries. I was a gay man, but still a man that stood up for my family, that loved me back. So in return, I protected what loved me. So I died doing what mattered the most, making sure my family lived. I did not die alone. I died with honor. Me. You are my hero, little brother. Alexander Martinez. I was a laid-back kind of guy. I wasn't perfect. I suffered from a little anxiety, perhaps for good reason. Was it the world we live in? I can't even answer that question. They ended my life with a single gunshot wound to the stomach. They ran off into darkness of North Philly, running down the back streets with no shining lights, leaving the cries of me left behind to die. You coward, you killed me. Me, I will always be your voice. Rosalind Pichardo.
Smile.
She approached me on a still nice, body me during mid-flight, her flesh cold like steel, yet it felt nice. Got me feeling solidly by a real life. Emotion transcends the pains that you can't kill, right? No matter how many pills you down with all your might, with the realization you're never going to get right. Damage goods, soon as fire, without any shelf life. She said that she knows what it's like to live in the world so sunny and bright, but never seems nice. So take my hand and let me indulge in my appetite. Once bitten, you will know the joys of the afterlife. No pain, no love, no hurt. That's why it's called curse. Through the dark shadows, she found lost boys. To eternally betroth for only lust for her, I'll admit, I was kind of entertained by that gesture. Gain forever for a change of the pains. Gain her for a course in my veins. See, this is a mortal love. Someone I can get old with. Someone I can wake up every night and be cold with. From dusk to dawn, we dance in the twilight. But this ain't no movie story. This is actual, which makes it fantastic. She proceeded to tell me that she's the last victim of Lady Baffery, and for centuries she felt the nice guy so lonely. I was the only one who could understand her, like I felt her when being hurt, not play a slave and try to stake it apart. Now my new love needs some true blood to sustain herself. So I'll oblige her request. And there it was. Took my last and dying breath as the lights begin to get dim. I know it's not a game. I know it's not for pretend. The only thing I hope y'all does is that let the right one in.
I'm a sore loser.
This is a raffle, and it was put together by Tiffany, courtesy of Cocina Sierra. It's a raffle. It's in my hands already. And
all the proceeds went to Israel to buy more lanterns. So
And Pete, man, just
that's like 100%
Okay.
profit goes to him. Or the
ready?
What is it, Tiffany?
That's you.
Me?
You know what? That is what's up, because it happened.
Recount.
You're kidding. No, you're kidding.
Gil's gonna go.
You're kidding. It's not me.
Well, he did the.
Can't be me.
It's you.
I never win anything.
That is awesome.
No. You gotta choose
He's the
someone
winner.
else.
He's
Choose someone.
No, you gotta choose someone
He
else.
said choose someone else.
He didn't win it.
He is so humble. He is so humble.
No, I won it, but
And he said, you know what? I'm gonna let somebody else
He'll
win.
take the win. He'll take the win.
Alright, pick another one, man. Me, one. I got it.
We're gonna pick
Okay,
another one
okay.
because the man is so humble,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's gonna let someone else enjoy.
Yes.
Let's see who it is.
You know what? How about we read it together?
All right. Wait.
Yeah, pa, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it's Carrie.
Sean, you can have it because I love you so much. Happy birthday.
Oh, wow! Happy birthday!
You just won a will be. It's your unbirthday.
Happy birthday.
Right.